So with that being said, what I have here are 10 program, and they're 10 points. If you're not familiar with the Black Panthers or what the Black Panthers stood for, do your homework. They were funded, I mean not funded, but founded by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals. All right. Y'all might be thinking Wakanda forever, and don't get me wrong, it is Wakanda forever. But we need to push a new narrative, as we need to strive for something different, because the things that we're striving for right now isn't helping us as a community. Because as a whole, I'm tired of seeing our kids die, arrested, and just lost. You know what I'm saying? So what I have here, these are the Black Panthers 10 points. They did this, I want to say, in they released this May 15th, 1967, okay? So this is the 10-point program, 10 points. We're going to start with number one. Number one, we want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black community. Very true. I agree with that one. Number two, we want full employment for our people. We want to be unbothered as we construct, rebuild, and build our communities. I added that on the side, because when you really start to think about Black Wall Street, if none of our shit was torn down, we would probably be, our cities would probably be as big as California, New York, Chicago. You see what I'm saying? They know why they did what they did to the Black Wall Street. And then not only did they kill all the mothers, all the children, all those people, they rebuild on top of their dead bodies. Go do your research. They rebuild on top of their dead bodies. So, I mean, we're dealing with some America was very, very wrong on us, but let's continue. We want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our community. I truly believe that. If you don't know what capitalism is, I suggest you go look it up. That's Capatalism. That's capitalism. Go look and see what capitalism is. I probably even spelled it wrong, but I'm trying to read this to you in under 10 minutes, because I know there's a lot of people have a short attention span. If it's not soft porn or materials, people, their brains don't work in that manner. So let's keep going. We want decent housing. Very, very true. We want decent housing. Not for me, but for you. What they call decent housing right now, to them is good enough. Number 5, and this one right here I highlighted. This is a very important one to me, because I really see this as a big problem when it comes to us. We want education for our people that exposes the true nature of the white descendants in American society. Now, I'm not knocking if you're not racist. I'm not knocking, but I think it's I really believe and think and know how important it is that you know what you went through, because not only once you know it, your body, your mental will automatically allow yourself to grow through it. But the fact that we don't know that there have been white Americans that did your ancestors like the horriblest. Do y'all know when those women was out there, dogs was biting off their titties? I'm talking about whole breast. When we was getting sprayed with the water hoses and stuff, yeah, that happened. Let me do something even bigger for you. Count 100 years ago backwards and see where we at. All right? It haven't been that long ago. And if we're gonna speak facts, we're still psychologically experiencing this slavery as such today. Let's continue. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. Everybody not striving or chasing the same things. So it's very, very evidential that the only way to set yourself free is knowledge of self. If you could only go back to slavery when you think of who we are as a people, you failed. Why would God only make you think only so far to something that brought us so low? All right? And he said we're made out the image. So this is what I'm saying. We need to be taught our true history. We need to know that we were kings and queens. We need our daughters and our sons to see that. I don't want them to always experience a Black History Month where they only show you the negatives, where they want to show you our ancestors that was beaten, raped, molested, and murdered. Okay, but let's continue. That's 10. That's out of the 10 points. That's number 5. That's one I really like. Let's continue. Number 6. We want all black men to be exempt for military service. I honestly really believe that. I want all black men to be excused from serving in the military. My great pawpaw was he fought in the war. He and don't get me wrong, the Vietnam War and all of that. But there were stories that was told to me where he said some of them Vietnamese soldiers were telling black people to put your guns down. We won't kill you, but this isn't your fight, right? And ever since then, I stuck with it. I made sure I didn't go to the army, right? This isn't our fight. You see what I'm saying? All the shit that's happening, and then black people feel like, well, we need to stand on the side of certain Americans because we are living here in America. I need you to be evidential with yourself. What here has gotten better for you? What here have gotten better for you as a whole? I feel all black men, even starting from baby boys, should be exempt from military service because we did not start that fight. Do y'all know when the war, my pawpaw told me, you know, the black people was on the front line, nigga. Yeah. So when y'all thinking we finna go to the army, we finna kick it, when that war broke out, guess who got pushed to the front line? Us. Now, a lot of us made it and earned medals and honorables, but they didn't think that we was gonna win. They didn't know all them black people was gonna live. Do you know that we wasn't eating the same, like, do you even know still today certain police officers in certain cities they don't even dress in the same locker room with white cops? And y'all talk about the code of blue? White cops don't even let them sit there in the locker room and let them dress with them. All I'm saying is, as a people, we will be so far along if we just focus a little bit more on us and what we can bring about. We all, listen, I'm gonna say it like this. We all the good basketball players. We all the good NFL players. Tiger Woods hitting balls still. You know what I'm saying? We got black kids playing hockey now, and tennis and soccer now. Technology, we're getting up there. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do say, like, we need to quit opening up barbershops and salons, all these restaurants, when diabetes and high blood pressures is another silent killer of black people, and we don't want to acknowledge it because we just think that we get old. Who told you 30 and 40 was old? It's the way that we're treating ourselves and we doing these things to our bodies that make us old. But let's continue. That was 6. We all want black men to be exempt from military service. Yes. Number 7. We want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of black people. This is what I mean that I want an end. I want most cops that are white patrolling in darker or different races neighborhoods, and you're not one of them, like you're not racist. I need those type of cops to be removed from the force. Employ more people in the areas to be cops in the areas that they're from. You will see less crime. See, because if I'm putting a suburban cop in the area of hood, he's not gonna understand that because he didn't grow through that. He don't know that. Even if it's a white boy hood, man, he's still not gonna understand the trailer park, bruh. Because he grew up in the suburbs in a good house. They family never had to be poor. Their family never had to experience it. Oh, we're down to our last. That's why with some of us right now experiencing we're down to our last, it's fucking us up. You've been spoiled. Okay? But I want immediate end, which means even if they have to be removed or put somewhere else in another neighborhood, but I want immediate stop, as well as the Black Panthers. I will agree with that. I would like immediate stop the police brutalities. And we passed that. I got my ass beat by the police a couple years ago. We passed that. They killing us. They dressing up like rival gang members and they're killing you. Y'all don't even know that they do that. Y'all don't even know cops did that. Because a police officer shot my young boy. Not no other black person. A cop shot my young boy. You dress like a regular human being. You ain't even dressed in your blues or whatever colors they like to put on. And you shot that young boy, 18, in his back for what? So y'all gotta pay attention because it's free. But let's continue. Number 8, we want freedom for all black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails. I understand what they're going for that. Guys that's doing excessive time for shit that don't deserve excessive times. But if they're pedophiles, molesters, and they keep doing this shit like that, keep their ass in there. Yeah. Keep them niggas in there. We don't need them niggas out here. If them niggas ain't trying to turn over a new leaf and bring a new change for the community, keep them niggas locked up. We already fucked up right now. I was telling somebody, like, you know, America bankrupt, and we still talking about, but America, even every dollar made from a job that's put up is already indebted. Okay? For example, in 2020, 2019, the American people, America as a whole, its debt was $3 trillion. America is indebted right now $30 trillion fucking dollars. That's $30 trillion fucking dollars. So why everybody claiming like it's a lot of money out here? No, it's to push you like it's that is. Because they just said you will own nothing and be happy. Some people are comfortable with owning nothing and just being happy. But we are $27 trillion more in debt than they was just 3 years ago. So all I'm asking is, where is the outcome that's gonna change us? Because ain't nobody talk about change, but everybody still having bastard children. And hoping that one of my kids become a millionaire and I could bank off of them. All right? I realized when a lot of Black Panthers were being murdered, what it did to the black community, it put them in a state of fear. All right? A lot of motherfuckers that's like, you so quick to get up and amp with somebody that's your same kind. I seen a motherfucker, as soon as a white person get in their face, as soon as a cop pull them over, they cooperative, they ready to cry, they ready to break down. And you don't understand where that come from. You don't understand, like, that could be written in your genes. When I'm telling motherfuckers, hey, remain calm, they gonna try to use tactics of fear to make you seem weak. I seen it happen. Men and women, they crying in front of cops. They breaking down in front of the police. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Number 9, we want all black people, when brought to be tried in a courtroom by a jury of their peer groups or people from their own black communities, as defined by the Constitution of the United States. So it's said that we're supposed to have a jury of our peers, but that never happens. And then they do get a jury of our peers. They always seem to get somebody from all the way out in the suburbs that never grew up around black people, really didn't really have many black friends, but they coming to try you. How you think they gonna view black people when you getting a motherfucking black person from the suburbs to judge a black person out the hood? You know how many motherfucking people are ashamed of their past? They are ashamed of what they used to do. So with me saying that and knowing that we're all getting older, wouldn't it be more better to invest in your children? Wouldn't it be more better to build your kids up to be more defensive and warrior-like and ready to train to go? Like I like to say, when they was killing Martin Luther King, George Jackson, nigga, they killed Sam Cooke because he about to fund some shit. Martin Luther King, I said that already. But Malcolm X, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Tupac. When they was out here murdering these dudes, they knew what this would do to the community. It would put us in a state of fear. And a lot of black people still haven't escaped that state of fear. They just passed on the traumas to the children. And all I'm saying is, when are we going to wake up and really get a different outcome? Because we're not producing outcomes, we're producing more babies. You know what I'm saying? That's not the issue in the black community. We can fucking have kids like fuck. That's not the problem. The problem is y'all having kids and then nobody not teaching them nothing. We're not raising our kids to be nothing. I had somebody tell me what I'm gonna do in my life with kids. I said, maybe you need them. You need them to take care of you and shit. But if you taking care of yourself the best way you can, you will last. You ain't gonna last forever, but you feel me? You gonna last. There's different outcomes, but let's get to the last 10 of the 10th. Let's get to the last 10th point. Paper got wet. So we're gonna keep reading. We want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. That's the last one. And if any of those things on there bothers you or you don't agree with it, I mean, walk away. Because this was a systematic issue. I heard somebody say, well, what about the kids when you sacrificing your life? And I told them, motherfucking Martin Luther King and them ain't had no kids. Malcolm X and Susie B. Anthony and them ain't had no kids. It's fear. Your scary ass wouldn't do it. They had kids, but you using the kids as a fact that what you gonna do then, nigga? You gonna let that white man smack you. And you ain't gonna do shit. You'll let that white man take that shit out of your kid's stomach. You ain't gonna do a damn thing. You just gonna say, oh well, that's just how it's supposed to go, huh? Are you guys familiar with COINTELPRO? It was made like this for a very, very long time. That's why black people are in the state of where the fuck we at. Y'all think the problem in the black community is fucking having kids. North Korea and Europe are having fertility rate issues. That's not our issues when they're fucking kidnapping our babies. So even if we're still having babies, having them, do you know how many black people give their kids up for orphanage and abortion? Come on, man. Y'all talking like this shit. I'm just talking what we need to change. Church ain't working for us. The church ain't working for us. All them dead ass principles, your great mama, your old aunties and them holding on, that shit ain't working because ain't nobody listening to it. I'm gonna tell you what destroyed the Black Panther Party. It was the United States and the president himself, J. Edgar Hoover. In August 1967, the FBI put together a program called COINTELPRO to neutralize black nationalists or any black groups. You notice how anything we try to do just for us, they call it hate groups. They call us terrorists. The same thing that they was doing to the Muslims about the planes and shit. They just don't want you to know nothing. They don't want their foot literally supposed to be on your neck, and you supposed to look up and say, yes, master, or yes, sir, or yes, sir, ma'am. And then, yeah, like I said, most of y'all ain't ready for this fight. Y'all not ready for this fight. If it was to go down, y'all not ready for this. But anyways, they call anything a hate group that's organized and pushing the advancement of black people, right? But J. Edgar Hoover described the Black Panther Party in 1968 the greatest threat to the internal security of the country. By 1969, the Panthers and his allies was targeted and were murdered and tried in court. He said that shit in 1968, and that very following year, them motherfuckers made a move on us. How? How were they able to target us like that? Numbers. Like when I see Young Pharaoh or I see Rashad Jamal, TD Jakes or Tyler Perry, y'all so focused on what I'm saying or what make me different when we're all supposed to be one. We got Larry Hoover with the Gangster Disciples, we got King David with the Black Disciples, and we have Jeff Fort with the People's Nations. These are the three wise men type shit. All of them different groups, but they all stood together as one. They used to conversate amongst each other about the groups. We don't stand together. That's why we falling alone. We're not standing together. And you wondering why, oh, they're taking away from our food stamps and shit. The government owns that, right? All right, let's move back. They're trying to kill us. The government owns the prisons and shit, right? Okay, let's step back. They're trying to rise bills and shit in our house. The government owns your property. I systematically understand what they start to do as they killed our leaders, because I don't see many black leaders today. Because then we could count over 50 to 100 leaders. We don't even got 20 leaders right now. I had a bitch tell me Beyonce was a role model, cuz. Jay-Z was a role model. Of what? Music, nigga? Y'all don't even know what y'all stand for anymore. Couples goals from a bunch of music artists, you guys. You was better off using Barack Obama, old fag ass, as a motherfucking example. All I care about is changes for our people. And even if I'm murdered for this, then so be it. Because the only way we're going to get out the hole is if we pull ourselves out. I am SR22. We are the drivers of these bodies that we call vehicles.